All right, the day is here. Super excited. Darvish is back. His return tonight at Petco Park. A weird off day yesterday, but Padres are back in action. Padres and the Tigers. And obviously, Darvish, he has been out. It was I believe, the groin injury, and then there was arm stuff as well. Then there was the personal reasons. Remember, he was rehabbing. It seemed like he was going to come back, and then the personal reasons came up, and he's been out for a while. And so, what should we be looking for from Darvish here in his return? Maybe it's a good thing that this start is against the Tigers and it's not against one of the better teams, but this is also Darvish that we're talking about. So I'm not super concerned about first start back. How is he going to feel? Jitters, all that. I know he's a human, but it's still Darvish. It's someone that has years and years and years of experience. And this is one of the better pitchers. He's been one of the better pitchers in baseball when he's been on his game for a long time. His last outing, May 29th, and we're in September. So that's a long time to be missing there, over 3 months without starting in the big leagues. His last outing, by the way, was only 3 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 3 runs total. But remember, he exited that game early because of injury. It's not like he came out of that game he was really bad in the outing. Some of the other outings this year, by the way, just to put some confidence back in Padres fans with Darvish, 7 innings, no runs, 7 innings, no runs. That was against the Dodgers and the Braves. He has done that this year. He went 7 innings, 3 runs earlier in the year against the Cardinals. So he can do that. There's starts, obviously, of 5 innings. And I think that's probably what we should be expecting tonight from Darvish. He went 66 pitches in Arizona the other day, and he's going to be, I believe, on 5 days rest from that outing, where it was like 4 innings, 66 pitches. So, if we go by, okay, next outing, it's going to be another 15 pitches added on. Around 80 pitches is what I'm expecting going in, without hearing really from Mike Schilt on what he's expecting or hearing from Darvish on that. I would think it's going to be around 80. And the Padres, obviously, coming off the off day, this is a good spot to put Darvish in because the bullpen is going to be good to go. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm pumped to see Darvish pitch tonight. It's going to be a packed crowd. I believe tonight is the City Connect sweatshirt, or not a sweatshirt, but pullover giveaway. So yeah, there's even without giveaways, Padres fans, you all have showed up great this year. I just can't applaud everyone enough for that. Giving this team the support that they deserve, especially this team. This team, and I say team because they're an actual team this season. Um, you know, Last year feels like a long time ago now, based on what has happened this season. I tweeted out yesterday the Padres' record in 2024 right now through 140 games compared to their record in 2023. And their record last year was 66-74, which was more of what the team actually was than what their record ended up being because they went on that long run in September against bad teams. This year, Padres, they're 79-61. That's a 13-game jump in win total from last year. Just a 1-year difference there. And there's a big difference in this group. Kevin Acee, I recommend you go check out his latest article in the UT, wrote about just this being a team and how a guy will go into the clubhouse and he's a few lockers down, let's say, from where the entrance is. And he daps everyone up, says, "What's up? How's it going? How you feel?" It's a team. It's not, you know, silence. It feels like they really do love each other. And we didn't need Kevin's article for us to say that. Like I've been saying that a lot this season, obviously. But it was great to hear some of the thoughts from other guys. There was Manny quotes in there. Schilt. They talked about Jackson Merrill, obviously, the influence that he has. So again, I do recommend y'all to check that one out. But Darvish coming back, also big picture, not just today, but big picture. This allows the Padres to give more rest to some other guys. And now the rotation is Darvish, and this is not in any order, but Darvish, Musgrove, Cease, King, right? And then you got Martin Perez. You don't have to have Randy Vasquez in there. Obviously, he struggled. Um, you can have guys that are all going to be fighting, by the way. They're all fighting to make a postseason start in that wild card series. And right now, if the season ended today, the Padres would be hosting the playoff series. And right now, and, I shouldn't say right now with like the amount of innings Darvish has or where he's at, because in the postseason you don't want someone that has a pitch limit, right? But I'm just saying right now, based on like the talent in the rotation, my three guys are probably Darvish, Musgrove, and Cease. Not in that order, probably, but I'm just throwing those three guys out there. You're going to have Michael King in the bullpen, have him pitch one of those games if you need it. And then you can have Martin Perez start game one if you need it of the next series. Hopefully, you win it in 2 games. Michael King doesn't have to pitch in that wild card series because of the bullpen that you have, the depth in that pen. Then that's great. He could pitch game one of a division series. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I know some people would disagree and be like, no, Michael King's been probably the most consistent starter for the Padres this season. Cease is up there. Um, so I'm not going to have Darvish, who's just coming back, be starting a wild card game. But for me, it's like, I know 2022 was a couple years ago, but it's also you, Darvish. I don't, if I was Shield, I'd have a hard time sitting there saying, and I'd have a hard time saying this to King as well. I mean, it would just be hard to do. But I'm not sending you, Darvish. Hey, you, for this wild card series, we're not even going to have you be on the roster. Or hey, you, we're going to send you to the bullpen when you haven't done that really in your career, and we're going to have Michael King start. Um, it would be tough for me to sit there and tell Michael King, hey, yeah, all this work that you've done, the 6 inning quality starts, the great starts, you've been like our most consistent guy. Yeah, you're going to go be in the bullpen. It would be tough, but I think it's also a good problem to have some of these options that the Padres do have in this rotation. And then again, like I mentioned, the depth that they have in the bullpen. So it's exciting. Tonight should be exciting with Darvish coming back. Hopefully, the velocity's there. You can get 5 innings out of him, and then you can go to the bullpen, or you get 4+ innings and you can go to Hoeing or Morejon, someone like that, Estrada, and then go get that win. I think with this wild card race, I'm not looking at the division. The wild card race, I think that's something that obviously is going to be pretty darn interesting going down this stretch, because the D-backs and the Padres, it seems like both are playing well, and it's almost like there's no letting up between those two teams. I know the D-backs, they had kind of a tough series there against the Dodgers, but man, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And then yesterday I was watching some of that Mets game, that third wild card spot, because it's the Braves and the Mets that are fighting for that third spot. And I think entering yesterday, it was a half game lead that the Braves had on the Mets, half game or a game, something like that. So this National League, really the wild card races are going to be the most interesting, in my opinion. But yeah, Darvish coming back. Let me know in the comments what you want to see from Darvish. What do you expect to see from him? Let me know.